Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zolotech, and we're going to take a look at some of the questions you had for me regarding the Droid Incredible 4G. Since it's not out yet and there's not a whole lot of information about it, I thought I'd go ahead and share at least my day's experience with it. One of the questions, or actually it looks like it's been asked a couple times, is what is the battery life like? Well, I've only had it for one day, and that's usually pretty difficult to tell the exact battery life, but it seems to get through a day okay. We're down to half. I had it charged earlier. Yesterday it only came with a half charge when I unboxed it and did the first look, but it seems to be pretty good for one full day. I haven't gotten much more out of that, but I don't know what it will do over time. Usually a day or so, a day or two, really makes a difference, so I'll get back to you during the review as far as that goes. One of the questions I had was, how is the camera? So let's go into the camera app, and the camera is pretty fast, pretty responsive. Here I have the Droid Resound, or the HTC Resound, behind it. Let's go ahead and take a picture quick. The camera's fast. The images are pretty decent. They're about the quality of a Resound 8 megapixel camera. We can take a picture of my hand. It's pretty bright light here, but you can see that that was a nice picture, and we'll go back to it, and does a pretty good job. I think most people would be pretty happy with the actual image that comes off of this. If we go back home, you'll see that I have two benchmark utilities on here. We'll start with Quadrant, and then we'll go to Antutu after that. So let's go ahead and start with Quadrant, see what kind of benchmarks we get. Let's go ahead and run a full benchmark. It'll take a moment, and you'll see it comes back with a pretty good score. I've run this before. So we'll zip through this and let you know how it goes on the other end here. For those of you wondering, this is running anywhere between 40 to 60 frames per second. And we have our results. And here you can see your device. It's up near the HTC One X. It's 4221, so pretty good. Up there, right at the top of the list, near the HTC One X. So that's pretty impressive. Let's go back home. Let's go here, and we'll go to Antutu. We'll wait for it in a moment. And that's the previous score I had before. So I can run this again, and we'll go ahead and start the test. Everything is set to default, and we'll wait for it to finish. You can see it completed. Here we have a total score for the CPU, 2714 or 2714. We have a GPU score of 1501, RAM 1026, IO 716. We have a total score of 5,957. So pretty good. And we'll go back here. So you can see that's the total score. Overall, pretty nice. Let me do one more thing I forgot to do. Some people are interested in. We'll go to the system information. So what we have here is a lot of people want to know what this is running. It's an ARM V7 processor, Rev 0, version 71 or V71. The current frequency or clock of the CPU is 1242 or 1242 megahertz with the same maximum frequency. It has 2 cores. You can see that there. If we go over here, we have a display. It's 540 by 888 with DPI of 280 by 280 with a 60 hertz refresh. And the GPU is OpenGL. It's an Adreno 225. So hopefully that helps a lot of you out. They want to know all the different specs, and it has different sensors and things. So here you can see overall it's a pretty fast little phone. Let me go ahead and compare it size-wise real quick to the Resound. Here's the Resound next to it. Similar screen. You can see the Incredible seems to have a little bit brighter screen in these bright lights that I'm using. It also seems to be a little bit closer to the screen itself. They both feel pretty good in the hand, but the Incredible is a little bit smaller. So if you have smaller hands, this is probably going to be a little bit better for you. If you have any other questions, I'll go ahead and try and answer those, but overall it's pretty fast. Screen is really responsive. Most people I've shown the phone to like it quite a bit, especially if they like HTC devices. We do have the Beats branding, but it doesn't come with the headphones, and it has one flash as opposed to the two flash, and a little bit larger camera, it looks like, on the Resound. But picture quality is pretty comparable to the Resound. Maybe not quite as crisp in some areas that I noticed. Haven't had any Wi-Fi reception issues. I haven't had any 4G, 3G issues so far. Granted, it's only been a day, but overall it's a pretty nice phone. Feels pretty good in the hand. Feels solidly built, although this is a plastic feel with a grip on the back, just like the Resound in the previous Incredible, pretty similar. So overall, pretty nice. Let me know if you have any thoughts or comments regarding the phone, and please feel free to ask any more questions. I'll try and post those below in the comments and respond to as many comments as I can. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.